work that we want to be doing. The export strategy is a consolidated document, and it doesn't bring everything. That's why after we launch, there will be now the mini strategies that we have to do. One of them will be this county engagement strategy. And so we have decided already, UK Kenya model will be one that will have to be elevated to be the standard that will replicate for every other country. And for that reason, we will work together with EPC, and I don't know how long you are still around. I am hoping that we can still meet next week during the trade week. But I just want to recognize the special relationship that we have with the UK government. We have, first of all, in terms of trade and investment relations, I can say it is mutually beneficial, because we trade as much with UK as they also trade with us. Is I can say nearly balanced trade, and you just need to look at the numbers. Sometimes we have been in surplus, sometimes in deficit. I mean in deficit. But overall, it's a balanced trade. There is scope for that improvement of that. So I like apart from the cash cow you were calling. I think I did my marketing some time back. Sunrise. And in the export strategy, I think there's been a lot of attempt to bring out new products, and we are also talking about new markets. So the focus for need to look at other markets is important, which is why within our national trade policy, we said we need to strengthen the institutional framework for our negotiations. And we have set up the National Trade Negotiation Council. So that council has to be operational, and we have identified a room on the 21st floor of Teleposta. We are equipping it, and we must make sure that it provides the work that is required to coordinate everybody in government to make sure that our trade negotiation function is strengthened. And again, there is already some support that we have seen from the UK government to support that council. Thank you very much, the UK government that is representing us here, that is represented here. I know Nick Haley and others will join us next week. And on the export strategy, next week we are preparing, but on the 31st, the president will be the chief guest. On Monday 30th, we will be focusing on this document called the export strategy. And it has been developed through sector working groups. So if you have agriculture, you will find that there has been a lot of focus on agriculture. The stakeholders have agreed on a number of targets. You have livestock, you have fisheries, we have handicrafts, we have manufacturing itself, and there's also a lot of focus on trading services. And the point he made about challenges in trading data, I mean the data for trading services, it's an area we are working, and last week I discussed with the governor of Central Bank that we will work together with the Central Bureau of Statistics to see how to strengthen the collection of data on especially trading services. It is one of those that we really need to work on. And more so because our strength as a country has been in trading services. We have a surplus in trading services. We always export more services than we import. And the latest figures I've seen is that we have a surplus of around $4 billion. However, in trading goods, we export less goods than we import. Last year, imports were $17 billion, exports were around $6 billion. So we have a deficit of $11 billion. And that is one area that we need to close the gap. So this export strategy is all aimed at ensuring that we increase our exports, because we belong to our international trading community, and we believe in free trade. So we are not saying we should not import, but I think we need to work hard to export, because we are also a market for other countries. Everybody is looking for Kenya. So the 17 billion is part of the share that the rest of the country is having in Kenya. I mean, trying to focus on this market. How much are we doing into other markets? So I know we have worked very hard on AGOA, and we are not taking full advantage of AGOA, but I think we have seen good improvement under AGOA. The numbers have increased, but we ought to do much more. The 6,430 flights that are available are not being utilized. So with the 7 years still in place, we have to work very hard. So during the trade week, we are going to be launching our second national AGOA strategy. And that strategy is ready. We want to see how to utilize the remaining 7 years to take advantage of that market. I know in the UK, I've seen in the papers today that while you were in the US, you discussed post-AGOA arrangements. And there are issues around which country is going to be the model. We will discuss, we'll come back to that and see. Of course, our preparedness in terms of free trade arrangements, we have to really look at it, because we need to improve our competitiveness first, because there could be also a challenge, as we face or we see already in our market, that there is a lot of foreign goods that are competing more favorably than us, which is why we want during the trade week to also focus on competitiveness, because the reality is that in the next few years, maybe 10, 15, 20, we may not have the luxury to do non-reciprocal trading arrangements. Everybody is asking about reciprocity, and so we must be prepared to be competitive in that arena where we have to compete with everyone else. And so because we have the opportunity next week to meet and to discuss more, I would like to end here this morning, just because I am seeing the time is so short. We just have to leave now. But I want to take this opportunity to invite all of you to the trade week. Let's make it interesting. Let's make it one that is productive. Come there, try and read this document early. I'm hoping we can upload online early enough so that people read and you come and give us more views. Our main focus will be on implementation. And I remember telling one of my bosses one time, we used to talk of infrastructure as priority number 1, number 2, number 3. In terms of export strategy, our priority number 1 will be implementation. Priority number 2, implementation. Priority number 3, implementation. Because we don't have an excuse, we must succeed. We are working to see how to have this all put in an MIS system, so that all the commitments of all the sectors are put in a computer system, which we can monitor online through a dashboard. It is my desire that this will happen very soon, so that we can be monitoring. So we are setting up an export delivery unit, again on the 21st floor, manned up by a secretariat with some technical support, I'm hoping through DFID and others, to make sure that we have the right expertise to keep us monitoring. And we'll link this with the delivery unit of the presidency, so that we make sure within the time set, all the targets that we have agreed on, we meet them. So there will be no excuse. We have to work together, and we'll be sort of whipping you a bit here and there. And I hope that you will cooperate. With those many remarks, let me say thank you very much. Asante.